This call is now being recorded.
How many of you are in? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, yes, nice teaching research. Yes, sir. Yes, 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 both teaching, both teaching and research. Excellent, excellent, my dear participants. Your response is an excellent. Tell me, dear faculty members, what's your role as a teacher? What's your role as a teacher? A little short, we will go for the next. What's your role as a teacher? Teaching, 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 learn and teach, teaching. Okay, so one more question we will discuss. What a student expects from you? What a student expects from you? Guidance? Yes, guidance, you are correct. Guidance, knowledge, morality, right direction, knowledge, good, 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 motivate and encourage, motivate and encourage. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. So, my dear participants, the many answers, many demands, many compromises, many expectations, as many, and all this leads to stress and stress. Today, what we would like to discuss on this. So, my dear participants, we are preparing our students for a technology that does not exist now, and the jobs that cannot be imagined today. In fact, half of what we learned today becomes obsolete in the less than 6 years. And as the world is changing rapidly, and this means we need to build our students, particularly the ability to learn, relearn throughout their lives, and ultimately leads to stress on us. Faculty, because of this changing environment leads to stress. There is always a neck and neck between the 21st century teacher of you versus the centennial student, millennial student that creates stress. Okay, these generations, what we called as the millennials, centennials, humors, whatever it may be, and leading or teaching and instructing these children is an Herculean task, a critical task that leads to stress, my dear FDP participants. We know we're talking about in the light of the changing environment, particularly the liberalization, privatization, globalization, influence of Western culture, introduction of economic reforms in the country, particularly in the 90s, brought many changes in our economy, in our education system too. At the present, the society has become highly dynamic. Before reforms, we ever heard the term busy, B-U-S-Y. But today, what's man? Everybody says busy, 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 busy. In the olden days, there was no time to face stress in life. But today, everyone is under constant pressure. Every day's journey from dawn to dusk, we are experiencing many ups and downs. We are accustomed to change according to the time and according to the situation. We accelerated in every activity by sacrificing our self-health in the busy life, and that leads to stress, my dear FDP participants. All this busy leads to stress, and particularly the latest surveys announced the 70% of our ailments only because of stress only. Stress is in fact everyday life. Generally speaking, the stress means the pressure, the strain, the tension, the anxiety, the nervousness, the worriness, and whatever it may be, the terms we used synonymously, interchangeably, but it is nothing but a stress. We are in the 21st century. As per the psychologists, this is a century of thought attacks. This is a century of thought attacks. It is much more dangerous than the heart attack and stroke. Stress is dangerous than the electricity. No one can escape from stress. Everybody has their own notion about stress with regard to the meaning, concept, whatever it may be. The stress is a body's response, your body's response to any kind of demand or threat. Stress is a natural feeling, not being able to cope up with a specific demand or event. Stress is your body's response to change in your life. Stress is unavoidable in modern life, but does not have to get it down, my dear FT participants. The 21st century's buzzword is stress, 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 STRESS. Before discussing about the stress, we discuss about our prime duty as a teacher. You already mentioned we are teachers, we are guiding the people, we are participating in the research, whatever it may be the term, the teacher plays an important role in our society. The prime duty of a teacher, the dear teachers, dear participants, please give me your answer. What is the role of the 21st century teacher? What is the role of 21st century teacher? Anyone chart? What is the role of 21st century teacher? The role of 21st century teacher. The role of 21st century teacher. Okay, so I think you are busy with other things. Yes, you are correct. The role of the 21st century teacher, do you agree or not? The teaching centennial student, the millennial student is a critical task. Mentor, yes, you are correct. The role of the 21st century teacher differ from the 20th. Most of the teachers takes on, yes, understand today's generation. Yes, the most of the teachers take on a variety of the roles within the classrooms and become sandwich. Okay, you are a good teaching. Yes. So can you tell a few of your experiences in this regard? Means they are giving the many experiences in our day-to-day teaching. Yes, you are always correct. And at the same time, you are great too, my dear FTP participants. My dear FTP participants, tell me in brief, there is a slide, please. The teacher is a controller. The teacher is a mostly center of the focus, the center of the instruction. Is a gift of instruction. He can inspire through their own knowledge and expertise. The teacher is a prompter. Encourage the student to participate. Encourage the student to involve. The teacher is a resource, a kind of walking resource center ready to help the student. The teacher is an assessor. He can assess the students' capacities in the form of the SWOT analysis. There is nothing but strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. The teacher is an organizer. The success of the many activities depends on the good organization. Giving instruction is a vital role, as well as setting up all these activities, an important thing. The teacher is a participant. The teacher is a tutor. What we mentioned, the teacher is a mentor, the teacher is a role model, and so on and so on. Yes, you are correct. This is one side of the coin, my dear participants. On the other side of the coin is your student, the millennial student, that to the centennial student having vivid characteristics. He has vivid characteristics. Can you tell few of them? Means I can get to the more and more answers. Yes, you're always correct. The teacher is always correct. He can instruct the student as well as instruct himself. In a snapshot, the students, particularly the 21st century students, attention span is less, shorter attention span, prefers interactive, experiential, and collaborative learning. He is very comfortable with the technology, is a tech savvy, and is a multitasker. The multitasking is the characteristic of a student. He instant gratification and is always very stimulated to the environment, the particularly both internal and external environment. Within the environment and so on, like this, the 21st century students' characteristics follows. The keeping in view of the 21st century teacher versus sentinel student, there is always the mismatch between the demands, expectations, and all this leads to conflict. In turn, conflict leads to stress, and ultimately the stress is playing an important role, particularly in the student community as well as the teacher community. And as a teacher, as the participants of the FDP, and you know the well about the stress, it is not an easy task to manage. You cannot avoid stress. You can manage only, you can reduce only, you can control only, you can diffuse only, and particularly in the light of the 21st century students' characteristics like the 4 C's, the critical thinking, the creativity, the collaboration, the communication, and these 21st century interdisciplinary themes or items, and all this leads to stress on our academics, and ultimately leads to the stress, in turn leads to the stress and become the sandwich, particularly in the light of the changing environment, particularly in the light of the COVID times. You know, as the best of the teacher, the best teacher is always worried about the well-being of the student. Teacher is always focused on the student. Teacher is always the development of the student, not only the physical, mental, whatever the development, that is the expectation of a teacher. A good teacher is always worried about the student only. My dear FDP participants, there is a huge responsibility on you. What is that means? The responsibility towards your owners. Owners in the means you are working in the government organization. You are working in the private organization. You are working in the cooperative organization. You are working in the different the managerial organizations. Ultimately, what they are expecting from you, they are expecting the good position of their college in the market. They want their college should be number 1 in this field. Once their college should be higher the grades, and that leads to the stress on the teacher. Why? Because the teacher has a responsibility towards his owners and management. The expectations of the management is differ from the student expectation, that leads to the stress. That responsibility is also one of the reasons for the stress, and we have to. The second important responsibility towards your employees. As a teacher, you have the responsibility towards your employees. Who are your employees? If you are a head of the department, you are a chief of the organization, you are the scientist of that particular lab, or you are the principal of the college, you have the responsibility towards your employees. Your employees means they want good wages, they want good remuneration, they want good salaries, they want good working conditions. They want the sophisticated technology. They want expectations are more. You are the bridge between the management and your employees, and you have the responsibility to your employees. Ultimately, it leads to the stress. So, the second responsibility towards your employees, particularly in the light of the changing demands, that leads to the stress on you. As an FDP participant, if you are a teacher or a senior faculty, whatever it may be, you have responsibility towards your employees. The third important responsibility towards customer here. The customer means your student, your centennial student, your millennial student. They expect the quality education. They expect good instruction. They expect easily understandable instruction. They expect user-friendly instruction in a nutshell. Sometimes it is just like that. Very important questions they are expecting, particularly in the changing environmental distractions. Sometimes to students' demands are genuine that leads to stress. Dear participants, you have the responsibility towards your owners. You have the responsibility towards your employees. You have the responsibility towards your student. And the fourth is your responsibility towards your society. Society here, the society means the parents. The parents wants good quality education. Not only the quality, but also the value education. In the present day, there is a gap between, very important gap between the quality education, the value education. Values are regarded as inevitable. And that is the backbone of the economy or the society. And they want the value system. Here, the society expects from you, besides good instruction, good placement, and that leads to stress on you. It's not an easy task. You have the responsibility towards your owners. You have the responsibility towards your employees. You have the responsibility towards your customer. That means the student. You have the responsibility towards the society. That is the parents. And the last but not the least, the responsibility towards the government. What a government expects from a teacher or a teaching community. Their participants, you clearly understand they want the quality students. They want the skilled students. They want the intelligent students. They want the good citizen with the high morals. That is one side of the coin. On the other side, the recent reports of the NASCOM reveals that our students' skill level is low. There is a gap between the student out from the college and industry need is huge. Lack of employability skills. These also leads to the stress. It is the burden of a teacher ultimately to the stress. Okay, so what we understand, my dear FDP participant, you have the responsibility of all these things. In addition to that, the recent changes, recent educational trends, and particularly these COVID and the pandemic, and drastically changed our instruction mode from physical meet to Google Meet, from physical face-to-face to online, and this is also leads to the stress. I think you are agree with me. Okay, so my dear FDP participants, we are discussing about the stress. Means, I'm giving some question, are you aware of the stress? Please give me your answer to these Pancha Pandavalu. A simple question, are stress and anxiety is the same? Please give your answer, yes or no. Or stress and anxiety is the same? Stress and anxiety is the same. Okay, no, your answer, yes. Stress and anxiety is the same. Okay, so we move to the second. Stress does not serve any purpose. Stress does not serve any purpose. Thank you. Well, I like your participation. Very nice participation. Welcome. I welcome you for this participation. And the second, the stress does not serve any purpose. Stress does not serve any purpose. Stress does not serve any purpose. Yes or no, give your answer. Stress does not serve any purpose. Stress does not serve any purpose. Okay, coming into the third question, we will move to third. People who exercise regularly are more likely to be stressed. People who exercise regularly are more likely to be stressed. Please give your answer. Yes. Very nice participants. No answer. Okay. Very good. And coming to the 4, being stressed all the time. Being stressed all the time can help you fight off colds. Being stressed all the time can help you fight off cold. Give your answer. The 4th is no. Okay, yes, you're correct. Okay, good response. Good response. Good response. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. And we move to the 5th. Pancha Pandavalu. You have no control over stress affecting you. You have no control the stress affecting you. You have no control over stress affecting you. The 5th answer is no, 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 no. Okay, so okay, nice participation and well and good participation. If all your answers are no, you're all well aware of the stress, and if not, please follow me. All this leads to stress. How do you find, how do you identify what are the symptoms, and what is very important common warning signs? Is there any clue for the stress? Means we are following. So one important symptom is a cognitive symptom. One important symptom is a cognitive symptom. How you think, your memory problems, difficulty in concentration, the poor judgment, the negative perception and worrying, all leads to the stress. This is one important symptom you should find while you are in your day-to-day life. That is important. One is a cognitive symptom. The second is emotional symptoms. How you feel, your moodiness, your temperament, your agitation, your loneliness, your depression, and all these things are the symptoms of the stress in the form of the emotional symptoms. The third, the physical symptoms, how your body's respond, and sweat in palms, the muscle tension, rising of the heartbeat, light headache, the frequent cold. This is one important symptom in the form of the physical symptoms with regard to the stress. The 4th is the behavioral symptoms, how you behave with others, how you behave with yourself, how you behave. That is one important, eating more or less, sleeping too much or low, isolating yourself from others, using alcohol, nail biting, and procrastination, and whatever it may be. These are the behavioral symptoms of the stress. Be aware. The 5th is the external symptoms, how your external body, goosebumps, the rashes, itching, the trembling lips, and that means whatever it may be, these are the external symptoms of the stress. And the 6th important, last and 6th is the physical symptoms. What are the physical symptoms? Means relationship conflict at home, the mother and father relations, wife and husband relation, and father and child relation, mother and child relation, whatever it may be. If there is a conflict in relationships, and you should understand, go on, these conflict goes, one of the important psychological symptoms of the stress. The negotiation, the love, the affection, the social withdrawal, the feeling of sadness, lack of motivation, frustration, all these are the physical symptoms of the stress. My dear FDP participants, you be aware, and you should know about these symptoms if you want to deal stress effectively and efficiently in production process. How stress affects you means, before we discussing about, let's take a real life scenario. Most of us experienced this particular situation at least once in their life. What are that? When your mobile phone battery charging is low and declining to 15 to 10%, each of us what to do means generally myself, I'm not answering, I'm not asking you questions, I'm telling about you are experiencing such a situation that you are reducing the brightness of your screen. Latter, we disable the location if enabled. And if the battery charging goes still lower, turn off the Wi-Fi and mobile data. Even after that, at a final resort, we disabled all the options except receiving phone calls. Like this, the stress, during the stress, we have to eliminate, we have to segregate, we have to sort out, we have to filter, and we have to choose what is important, what is urgent, what is over not important, what is not urgent. Even after this systematic process we are following means the stress affects you if you're not followed. On our physical health, the blood pressure increases, the immune system decreases, the digestive system fails, the weight gain or weight lose, the breathing become rapid, vision become affected, the smell affected, hearing become affected, and that means it is all leads on our physical health. That means the stress effect on our physical health. Not only the physical health, on our mental health, it attracts negative thoughts. When we are in stress, our mind always receives the negative thoughts. The logical thinking get affected, and we are losing the willpower. So, be aware of the stress, particularly on our mental health. On our body parts, the stress affects on our body part. On our hair, the hair loss or baldness. On our muscle pain. On our neck or shoulder, lower back, whatever it may be, it affects on our entire the bony structure. On the digestive tract, there is a stomach upset, the duodenal ulcers, gastroenteritis. So whatever it may be, on our skin, there is an eczema or psoriasis. On our brain, insomnia, headache or depression. On our mouth, the mouth ulcers, the dryness of the mouth. On our heart, the cardiovascular diseases, the hypertension. On our lungs, the asthmatic conditions. On our reproductive organs, impotence, menstrual problems, infections, etc., etc., etc. It affects on our each and every part of our body. And be aware and know about all these things. Dear participants, the stress is not present across all this, not present this century. It is there in all the centuries, in all the ages too. A small example, when Arjuna was in high stress during Kurukshetra war, Lord Krishna addressed through Bhagavad Gita. Do you have any Bhagavad Gita in your hand? Do you have Krishna with you? My dear participants, my dear FDP participants, here I would like to give a small story, and please listen this story. And according to the Greek mythology, before the creation of mankind, all the gods were enjoying their good fortune without work, and their bellies become obese. They are full with all these things. They created animals, they created creatures, they created crop, and to control entire the universe, they shared their portfolios with each goddess. One goddess for public health, one goddess for education, one goddess for energy, one goddess for transport, one goddess for agriculture, and like this. Each goddess shared each of the portfolios. So after giving 2 or 3 portfolios each god, there was finally a portfolio of peace of mind left over. No one can come forward to take it. All together arranged a meeting to discuss whether peace of mind belongs to them or anyone else. After brainstorming, they came to one stand for hiding the peace of mind. They would like to hide the peace of mind. A god advised that if we hide this peace of mind in the midst, highest of the mountains in the world, no human could go and grab this peace of mind. he was immediately encountered by another god. No, 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 you don't know about the humans. Human invents a plane and flies in it and bring this peace of mind alone, start selling to others in the black market. True. Let's work out, let's put these peace of mind where the lions, tigers roam in the dense forest, said by one god. Another god interfered, said human invents guns and kills the wild animals and grab the peace of mind and share it only to their community. Another god entered the discussion and saying that let's hide in it middle of the deep sea. Another god disagreed with his proposal and said, you don't know about the human brain. Human go into submarine and sell it only to the people of their district. This discussion is going endlessly. At last, a young goddess like you shouted an idea. Everyone turned to him to see what was going on. It is very simple, he said. It's very simple. Why to hide the peace of mind here and there? Let's hide it in the human brain. Human setters here and there, and without knowing that it is in his brain or the mind. Everyone agreed with this idea. So, my dear participants, the peace of mind is with us. But we are setting here and there. It may be myth or not, whatever it may be, this we have to manage stress to achieve. Okay, so all right, we are discussed the symptoms and we discussed about how it affects on our health. Now we entered how we should overcome the stress. Okay, I'm not telling the deep breathing, spending time with pets, listen to music, take a hot bath, etc. What I'm telling that just you apply Navaratna. Yes, I'm telling it's true, and you apply Navaratna, my dear participants. Slide please. So I'm telling you to apply Navaratna. It is not the ad of Salman Khan. It is a suggestion of Dr. Prithviraj Wallala for you for this FDP participants. Okay, what is that? Means the first Ratana, what is workout priorities? What is important? What is urgent? What is unimportant? And what is not urgent? These a matrix, maybe it is a traditional model and we should follow these model. Automatically the stress reduces. And you know the procrastination. Leave this habit of Vaida. As this may be the hinders the creativity. I'm not telling already Sant Kabir Das told Kal kare di aaj karo di abhi karo. And work out priorities and leave the procrastination. The second important, consider the supplement. What are the supplements? There are several supplements promote stress reduction. I'm not promoting you, and you should focus on omega-3. You should focus on ashwagandha. You should focus on the green tea, and you should focus on vitamin C, etc. The third important Ratana is the positive thinking. Think differently. Empathy. Identify the areas to change. Identify the areas which are not affects the stress. That is the third important Ratana. The fourth is self-talk. Talk yourself. Follow your heart and follow as you feel. Automatically the stress reduces. The fifth is the mindfulness, yoga, meditation, the cognitive therapy. So whatever it may be, so my dear FDP participants, these therapeutic situations useful to reduce the stress and don't sit in the AC room, go for a sun bath. And the body and mind become active. Automatically the stress reduces. The sixth important, smile loudly. Laughter is only given to the human and mankind. Loudly. Ha 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 ha. when you are in a loud smile, a laugh, and both the teeth comes out, eyes closes, and that is such a smile is very much needed. The change your lifestyle, take rest, always be cool, at least 7 hours of the sleep required, otherwise the brain will be stressed. Here one thing, mere sapn ke jaane man aayegi tu. क्या भैया कैसा आता आपके जाने में ना आपके सपन में आपको नींद नहीं आतो. So the brain needs the rest, and brain needs the sleep comfortably. Take rest and the sleep. The eighth Ratna is the introduction of amendments in your value system, morality, what you mentioned in earlier, the honesty, the duty, truth, friendship, brotherhood, etc., etc. If you follow, automatically the rest, you can reduce the stress, you can control the stress, you can manage the stress, you can diffuse the stress. The ninth important Navaratana, the part, all we are the married couple, physical intimacy with your partner. A hugging, a kissing, a touching, and automatically the cortisol levels become lower. It lowers the cortisol level, and it can apply. If you apply these Navaratana, automatically the stress can be reduced. So, dear participants, share your feelings with others. Automatically, the mind becomes the lighter. When you are stressed, don't sit alone. Talk to friends and relatives. Talk to your colleagues. Okay, so my dear FDP participants, and can you do this a small quiz for me? Can you do this small quiz? Take 1 to 2 minutes of time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, can I answer? Is it there in the PT? Available, sir, in PPT?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Don't feel stress while doing these small questions.
Should I move, sir, or wait on this slide?
Okay, sir, move. You go on moving, sir. Okay, sir, please stop there. Stop there. Please give pause, sir. Okay, so well, participation, my dear participants, since it is a virtual and a weekend. Okay, my dear refresher course participants, you follow Varnamala. You know, well, in Telugu, in Devanagari, Hindi, English, whatever it may be, you read out these I, U, A, B, C. People think that it is a foolish thing, but it reduces stress. So, my dear FDP participants, let's do today, put off the stress and put off the stress means one side we have the COVID stress. On the other side, we have the different changes in our day-to-day educational system. And we moved year-wise to semester. And we moved from Google to classroom lecture to Google lectures. And ultimately, what we understand, in addition to that, there are assignments. There are some internals. There are online classes, offline classes, net problems. So whatever it may be, and ultimately we are in high stress, become the sandwich. It is nothing but stress, my dear FDP participants. Study shows that the women are more stressed and anxious compared to men. And you should increase your family relations. Participate in social programs automatically reduce stress. Sir, please display this small video. The same video.
Yes, sir.
Same video. So everybody should participate in the social service. Automatically, you can reduce the stress. Whatever it may be the type, whatever it may be the way, whatever it may be the style, whatever it may be, and you should participate in our social programs, service programs. Automatically, the reduce stress. My dear FDP participants, that is only the way in the present day. And while participating with the people, while linking with the people, and why all these leads to reduce stress only. The stress can be reduced only through participating such activities. One of the way to reduce the stress and participation of you in social and service programs, very important activity in the present day environment. My dear FDP participants, I think you have to follow it to me. Okay, so why should man means man and woman, whatever it may be, they are happy when they are in the childhood, when become youth, when become the old, when become aged, and they become very sad, and they become stressed, and they are always focused on the unsatisfaction. And why they are feeling the stressful life means there are many answers or many reasons, but my suggestion is you have to follow Navarasa. If you consume these Navarasas, these 9 rasas, and automatically the stress can be reduced. Before that, I applied Navaratana. Now I am presenting Navarasas. One important rasa is a Shrungara rasa. It's not mere sex. Love others, love mankind, love nature, and love environment. Automatically the stress can be reduced. One important rasa is Shrungara rasa. In the Navarasa, the Shrungara plays an important role to reduce the stress. The second important rasa is Hasya rasa. Hasya means, the Brahmanandam, Relangi, whatever it may be, while appearing their faces on the screen, automatically the smile comes, laugh comes, ha 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 ha, and make loudly. Automatically the stress is reduced. So what if we understand that laugh, when we are in a smile or laughter, and we feel very less lighter, and automatically the stress can be reduced. The third important Karuna rasa. Without mercy, man becomes Rakshasa. We must have the quality of Karuna. Forgive others' mistake and show sympathy. Automatically the stress reduced. If you want to reduce the stress, if you want to control your stress, if you want to manage your stress, and you should have the rasa is Karuna. The fourth is Raudra rasa. That means it is also necessary to perform on time, and particularly where it is necessary, and you cannot control, you cannot hide. It gives a pressure, and this Raudra rasa is an important rasa to reduce your stress or to control your rasa. Veera rasa, yes, you are correct. And without heroic, courageous adventures, we cannot jump forward. And to develop our confidence, to achieve success, we have to show our Veera rasa. That is also an important rasa. Bhayanaka rasa, yes, we are all human beings. We are all emotions, and we should do some things to whom we have to Bhayanaka. That means we are all doing mistakes sometimes. and we should feel fear. Sometimes this is also one important element to reduce stress. Bibhatsarasa. We want to make others' wrongs find over and over. And these bibhatsa is also one important rasa to reduce your stress. Adbhuta rasa. Adbhuta means when we are in achieving some miracles, when there is no fear, when people are combining together, and these miracles reduce the stress. And the last important thing is Shantarasa. Be cool, relax, calm, and automatically the stress is reduced. My dear participants, if you follow or if you consume these Navarasas, automatically the stress is reduced. So coming into the last but not the least, all inventions, the discoveries, experiments. So first you watch this small clipping, then we move to the concluding in 2 to 3 minutes. Please, sir. So watch carefully, my dear participants. Watch carefully. What is very important to reduce the stress means after end of this clipping, what is needed and what is important in the present day society, particularly the youth, and particularly everybody needs such an activity, such a quality, and automatically the stress can be reduced. Sometimes it is a painful, but it is manageable. The stress is a double-edged knife on your hand. What purpose you are using the matters. You can use it for cutting your vegetables or cutting your own throat. So one side it is very much needed. On the other side, it should be reduced. So without stress, we cannot move forward. Without stress, we cannot achieve. And without stress, we cannot get what we want. So you think whether it is a boon or bane, that is in your hand. So what is very important, it is the present day, it is an order of the day. Without stress, no work is completed. If you pressure or if you stress or if you are pressurized, the works will be completed. So it is just like an element to get the things done. What we need, we cannot remove or we cannot replace. We can only reduce. We can only manage. We can only control. We can only diffuse, and we cannot eliminate. It should be in our part and parcel. And that's the end message of this video clipping, my dear participants. So just you follow these 10 principles, automatically the stress can be reduced. A simple 10 principles you follow. Start your day with breakfast. Don't skip breakfast. Take breakfast compulsory. Without breakfast, you feel stressed. The second important, try a juice. Instead of caffeine drink, instead of tea or coffee, at least you take water, plain water. Don't try to be perfect. No one is perfect in the world. The third important, the commandment, don't try to be perfect. Take lunch. Don't skip the lunch. On time. Preferably not at your desk, not your workplace. go for other place and take the lunch on the same college premises. Maintain the optimum health. The physical, mental health is very much physical, mental, spiritual, social. All healths are required. The optimal health is required to reduce or control stress. Avoid negative people. Avoid them. No problem at all. Don't allow negativity in your mind. You should control the stress, and if you avoid the negative people, adopt a pet, a dog, a cat, a cow, a goat. Always adopt a pet, reduce the stress. Don't watch TV after 11 o'clock. Put off your mobile phone. Put off your TV. And don't watch after 11 p.m. It's your time only. Avoid stress carriers. Don't allow the stress carriers. And better become a good listener. Good listener always not having stress, and you should be a good listener. So after these, the 10 commandments, you know well, my dear participants, if you want to play guitar effectively, generally we have to tighten the strings and loosen according to our convenience, which is necessary for good melody and music. Go on tightening, go on tightening, go on tightening means not melody comes, the string breaks. The same applies on our stress too. With this, I conclude my session. After that, there are many great Indian teachers seen by the mankind in the history. Even they felt stress, but they have overcome the stress and got success in their life. And their names are encrypted in golden words. I hope you will be one among them. Thank you. Thank you very much. Back to host. Thank you very much, Dr. Punnam Chandra sir, for giving me the opportunity. Also, the Principal University College of Engineering, Kottagudem, and the audience of people like you. I'm very much thankful to you, and back to host. Thank you, sir.
Sir, would you like to interact with the participants? If anybody have any questions, would you like to take?
Sir, you take questions, we will respond through mail or whatever it may be.
Okay, sir. It was a nice presentation, sir, and I feel most of the participants know many new things now, maybe in a different view. Thank you for your sharing your valuable time with our participants, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Shall I leave?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Participants, so this is a stress management session, and we have come to the end of the 5-day journey in this online Atal FDP, and now we'll start our valedictory session. Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah, good evening, all the participants and Poonam Chandra.
Yeah, participants, we have with us Professor T. Satyasavitri, ma'am, professor in Department of ECE, JNTU, Hyderabad, as the chief guest for our today's valedictory session of the 5 days online Atal FDP program. So, madam, should I present some remarks or shall we listen to the participants?
Yeah, we first listen to the participants.
So now I request the participants to share their feedback so that we can include them in the report that is to be submitted to the Atal Academy. Please say your name, organization, and how did you felt this FDP?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon.
Ma'am, myself Geeta. I'm an assistant professor. I am working in Maulana Azad National Urdu University, Hyderabad. Ma'am, this is the instance for the first time I have participated in a Atal FDP program. My own organization also conduct many such programs, but I felt this program to be a very, very good program because especially the resource person you have reached out is are really, really good. We have really gained a lot of knowledge. We have really gained so many insights into it. I got to know few research areas whereon I can explore, in especially in the medical field. And if at all any sequel of this program is there, let me know so that I will certainly would like to be part of this in as a sequence program to the medical image processing. Ma'am. It was really wonderful. Only thing I could would like to add to it that at the end of the session, if there could be any um, such I mean very short 2 question or 3 question assignment would have been that would have really made a good thing to take forward. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Poonam Chandra, sir, you have been really very motivating throughout the 5 day program. It was really good, sir, to have a host like you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing your feedback, ma'am.
Hello, am I talking, sir?
You are audible, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, sir.
I'm assistant professor in Vidyaprasthan Kamalnayan Bajaj Institute of Engineering and Technology, Baramati, in Maharashtra. I would like to thank all the resource person who have enlightened on the medical imaging, 3D modeling, and especially the thrust research direction they have been provided us throughout the workshop. So every resource person has the well known in the domain, and they have given us a very good direction, yeah, how this medical imaging is helpful for the society, how it is going to help the medical specialist, and they have been demonstrated us the cutting edge tools that those tools can be utilized in the 3D modeling of the image processing. I really thank to all the organizing team, especially the coordinator, Dr. Puram Chandra Rao. He has coordinated the entire workshop in a very nice way. He has provided all the instruction on time, and he has taken care that all the sessions will move very smoothly. Thank you, sir, for your such a wonderful coordination. I feel this FDP has really a value addition for me in the existing knowledge what I have in the image processing, especially in the medical image processing, because my research topic is also a medical image processing. So it was definitely the value addition for me. So I really appreciate the efforts taken by the university and the AICT, especially thanks to the AICT Atal Academy for providing such a wonderful platform to share our knowledge and to gain the knowledge from the resource persons throughout the nation. So I really thankful to all, and I feel this workshop has a grand success because of the coordination and the delegates and the resource person who has been shared their expertise with us. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for sharing the feedback.
Good afternoon, sir. I am Valarmati from Sri Sai Ram Institute of Technology, Chennai. And I'm very happy to be a part of this FTP. Really, it was very informative. I thank all the resource persons as well as the coordinator, Dr. Poonam Chandar, who coordinated all the event. And the doubts were also cleared then and there. It was very much useful for us. We'll try to implement all those things. Am I audible, sir?
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So I thank you as well as the resource persons also who have delivered all the sessions very clearly and neatly. We understood all the concepts. Specifically for me, it was really useful for my research work, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for sharing the feedback. Any other participants?
Good afternoon, sir. Myself,
Good afternoon,
Kavita
ma'am.
KJ. Kavita KJ, Assistant Professor in the Electronics and Communication Engineering Department from Jain Institute of Technology, Davangere, Karnataka. So, first of all, I would like to thank the coordinator and his entire team and all the resource person for making this 5 days FDP a grand success. So, we never feel like it is a virtual FDP. It was like face to face only. And we have learned a very numerous new terminologies and new techniques that are being used in the medical image processing field. And I would like to suggest one thing, sir. So along with all these theory sessions, if it is possible to put the section in upcoming FDPs, so it would be more helpful. And thank you. It was a very wonderful session throughout 5 days journey. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, could you please repeat the suggestion, ma'am?
So along with the theory session, if hands-on practical session is implemented, is included,
Sure,
then
sure.
it would help us.
Hands-on sessions.
Thank you. Sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other participants?
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Am I audible?
Good evening, ma'am.
Yeah. Sir, myself, Pooja Jambhe, lecturer in Instrumentation Department, Williams Polytechnic, Thane in Maharashtra. Sir, this 5 day FDP was really very nice. Actually, currently I'm pursuing ME, and my project topic is also related to detection of these cancerous cells based on MATLAB. So this FDP is really helped me a lot, and I got to know too many things about MATLAB and different softwares which are related to image processing. So I am very much grateful to all of you, to all the resource persons, the main institute and Apple for arranging such a good workshop, a good FDP for all of us. And once again, thank you, Poonam Chandar sir, for your great coordination, cooperation, and everything. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Hello.
Yeah, you're audible, sir.
Yes, I am Dr. Hiku from Chettinad Academy of Research and Education, Chennai. I am assistant professor in medical bio-nanotechnology in research division. So I am new to this imaging processing techniques, and through the expert presentation, I have got some kind of an insights, the basic insights, or I have gathered something, and I can also able to develop some kind of research outcome from this. Okay, so I thank everyone for this wonderful event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Participants, if any, would like to give the feedback. Or would you like to give any suggestions? Ma'am, should I present the remarks now?
Oh, okay, Poonam Chandra.
Dear participants, first of all, I thank our college principal, Dr. N. Ramana sir, for forwarding the FDP proposal to Atal Academy. Thank you, sir. At this moment here, I would like to especially thank my mentor, Professor T. Satyasavitri ma'am, Professor JNTUH, EC department, for guiding me in all aspects and extending the support in organizing this online Atal FDP. Thank you very much, ma'am. Secondly, on behalf of University College of Engineering, Kakatiya University, Bhadradri Kottagudem, I thank Atal Academy for accepting our proposal and sanctioning the financial support to organize this online Atal FDP. At the outset, this FDP was scheduled from July 5th to July 9th, and I would like to mention here that on July 5th, a total of 72 online FDPs were inaugurated by the Atal Academy, and we are one of them. At the outset, we have received 200 applications from across the country for this Atal FDP on medical image processing and 3D applications. The applied participants are from different backgrounds and specializations, a truly interdisciplinary participants to an interdisciplinary FDP. And keeping this in view, we have scheduled this FDP with resource persons from different specializations. In this Atal FDP, we have organized 5 academic sessions, 2 lab sessions, 4 sessions from industry experts, and 2 sessions presenting the case studies from academic experts, and 1 session on stress management, total 14 sessions. Coming to the participants were very active and shown keen interest, and with their online presence and their interaction with the resource persons made this 5-day journey very easy. We hope we have put forth all our efforts to meet the expectations of the participants. Further, I would like to bring to your notice that the Atal Academy director mentioned that the online FDP conducted during the year 2020-2021 was recorded as a world record by World Records Book London. And this year, we are breaking our own record by conducting 1,212 online FDPs, and we all are part and parcel of this national achievement. Finally, I thank our college admin team members, Narasimhamurthy sir, D. Srinivas Rao, and S. Srinivas Rao, whose constant efforts made this event a grand success. With these few words, I thank one and all for giving me this opportunity. With this, now I request the today's guest of honor for this valedictory session, Professor T. Satyasavitri ma'am, to present her remarks about this FDP.
Yeah, once again, good evening, all of you. As from the opinions of the participants, I feel that this workshop is a successful, and we must be thankful to the AICT organizing such a type of online FDP programs. Definitely, it is a very much useful. If it is a face-to-face, it is a difficult to accommodate number of participants. So here, that is the one of the advantage. And if you see that, definitely there is a need of hands-on experience. But as in a subject-wise and known some extent of the knowledge, this type of the online programs is very useful. And I feel that this workshop is a successful. And whatever the suggestions is given the participants, it is a well. And we feel that if suppose the next time when we conduct, definitely we include that by giving some small assignments. If once we give an assignments, participants may feel that again they are going to be get as homeworks. So even then also that is in a very good suggestion, because they will be make some practice. If they get any doubts, they can clarify it. And they coming to this particular workshop, it is organized with respect to from a starting beginner participant to the some experienced participant. In view of that, it is taken, and also introduced any new tools like in a Synopsys softwares. Many are doesn't know about it. So through this type of the workshop, we come across the known the type of the softwares is available. And medical image processing also somewhat very much needed field. Especially the engineers has to be making a very active participation with respect to a medical field also. By this type of the workshops is needed furthermore. And I congratulate Poonam Chandar. I be the guide of him, because of that I'm calling as a Poonam Chandar, not a sir. And I wish that he be conducted some more like this type of the workshops. And I request all the participants, whatever the knowledge you are required, be continue with that, use it. Whatever is the knowledge you are required, try to do in that, in this field also some work. With this few words, I wish all the participants will be the all the best. And definitely I feel that you are returning with some fruitful information. And I wish you all the best to all. With few words, I will close here.
Thank you,
Over
ma'am.
to
Thank
Poonam
you for
Chandra.
your remarks, ma'am. Dear participants, thank you for attending this valedictory session. In 5 minutes, I will be posting the exam link, and coming to your attendance, don't worry about that one. It is taken as granted, no issues. Regarding the exam also, it is very basic in nature. If you are facing any difficulty in attempting, or if you have any issues with that one, you may contact on my WhatsApp mobile number, or you may call me. So with this, I conclude this 5-day online ATAL FDP program. And I will share you all updates from my side in updating the ATAL FDP portal regarding your certificate. So once the exam is finished, I will update you all. Thank you. Thank you one and all for attending our institute organized 5-day online ATAL FDP. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Poonam Chandar.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hopefully you have enjoyed. I will be sharing the exam link in the WhatsApp group.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.